Hello and welcome to the Eventide episode of Commander Durdle. As I sort of spoilt in the set musings episode for Eventide, the commander for this deck, for this Commander Durdle episode, is going to be Ashling, the Extinguisher. I've pruned back all of the cards into the maybe board in Archidect, anything that is not on colour, so anything that's not mono black, and that's a lot of cards because of course this is a hybrid set, a heavy hybrid set. So yeah, it's 154 cards of the original 180 card pool, which is 12 boosters that I removed. And if you've seen the set musings episode, you'll recognise a whole load of the different cycles here. You can see there's the mimics and the deity there and various other auras in all the various enemy colours. I'll just scroll down these. I'm not going to go through these individually, but just so you can see what was removed. Again, it's a small set, so you know, if you're opening 12 packs, it's not unusual to see 7 copies of seven copies of a common, because the set's, you know, it's a small set. So yeah, that's why it makes it so interesting. Often doing sealed pools with small sets, particularly if you know you manage to get multiple copies of some of the very powerful commons. So you can see what was removed there. A few nice pieces of removal as well. Anyway, so back to all the either mono black cards or artifacts. Some of these will get removed anyway, because obviously they reference a colour of card that wouldn't be in the deck, because if you remember there was a cycle of scarecrows at uncommon that referenced creatures of other colours. I've also included as a start here 35 land from the Shadow Moor, because Eventide didn't have basic lands in it, being a small set, so I've already brought those in. Ashling is our commander, so 2 and 2 black for 4/4. Whenever Ashling the Extinguisher deals combat damage to a player, choose target creature that player controls. He or she sacrifices that creature. So if the EDH average deck is anything to go by, I should see, basically, no surprise, a sacrifice theme. What I'm interested in maybe pursuing, if indeed the inbuilt Archidect algorithm takes us down that, is there's some interesting shenanigans because of cards in the set that you can do with -1/-1 creatures and stealing stuff. So it'd be interesting to see, not only when I maybe want to steal stuff from other people's graveyards, but also you'll see in a moment there's an interaction here with a couple of other cards. So we'll see what happens, whether that guides us down a particular rabbit hole. So first of all, let's just reduce the copies here and remove anything that really isn't very good in the deck, or is either underpowered or just doesn't make any sense thematically. So search target player's library for up to X cards. X is the number of swamps you control, so that's a good thing. We're in mono black, and remove them from the game. Okay, so interesting way of dealing with combo decks. So we'll keep that in. This one here, where's it gone? Destroy target non-green creature. Loses 3 life. Interesting. Probably not. There's better removal spells that we're not restricted by the fact that it's a green creature. Siphon life. Target player loses 2 life and you gain 2 life. It's got retrace. So we can keep doing this if we are able to discard land. So I suppose an interesting way of getting rid of excess land and draining our opponents. I'll leave it in for the moment. So this one says choose a green one. Too specific. So we're not going to be left with a lot here. It should be enough to trigger the algorithm though. Target player removes a card in his eye from the game. Okay. So sort of graveyard filtering of an opponent's graveyard. I'll leave it in. Necroskitter. So this one here, it's got Wither on it, so it deals damage -1/-1 counters. Whenever a creature an opponent controls with a -1/-1 counter on it is put into a graveyard, you may return that card to play under your control. So interesting way of stealing stuff. So we'll see if we can get enough stuff that does -1/-1 stuff. We got Wither. Okay, so we have a Wither creature. So maybe I might do something with Wither. Okay, so that doesn't really make any sense. It's Wither. Okay. So you can give that Wither if it's attacking creatures. Okay, we've got some quite involved synergies here, but we don't want the blue one and we don't want the red one. Okay, so let's see what happens. Right. I think, what shall I look at first? Okay, this is interesting. So it's already sort of wanting us to do combat damage. If we ignore any interesting synergies we get as a result of this when it hits, combat damage to a player when it hits a creature over a player. But that's sort of encouraging us to also go a bit Voltron. Seeing as we're playing mono black, it wouldn't hurt to do this. And if we're trying to target if we are trying to target a player, then we might as well leverage that as much as we can. Okay. And basic land walk. It's unblockable as long as... Okay. It's an interesting twist because most people are going to be playing on basic lands. So, yeah. Shroud. What's this? Interesting inclusion. Okay, well, go equipment crazy. I suppose as we're playing mono black, there's not going to be many ways we can get ramps, so we should grab that. And a Gilded Lotus. All the good stuff. Oh, there's the Whip of Elbrus. Oh, and a Batterskull. Wow. I may have overdone it a bit here. Let's have a look. 18 artifacts. Let's leave it at that for the moment. Right. Seeing as we've gone a bit down a rabbit Voltron rabbit hole, let's just see what sort of we get suggested here. Is still alive? Okay, that's interesting. Beginning of each enchanted player's upkeep. So this is keeping with the sack theme. Yeah, so this is going to ramp up any life loss we're doing. Whenever a creature you don't control dies, returns. Okay. Yeah, I wanted to do that. Now, I might as well have a card draw. Yeah, that's good for the moment, I think. Might change out things a little bit there. See what planeswalkers we get suggested. Okay. Dice from a card. Where's this one? Oh yeah, that's what I want. Let me come back to that one. So land, okay. Oh, of course. Yeah, that's interesting, because there might be instances where we just want to get rid of a deck that does want stuff in the graveyard, and maybe we don't necessarily need to steal stuff. Let's play Cabal Coffers. Yeah, that one is good. Sends the swamp. I mean, I don't know if this deck is going to give us excessive card draw. I'm going to play a Tech Edge though. Okay. Let's look at support cards, and we do creatures last. So, let's see where this guides us. Yeah, we might as well keep in with the sack and the life gain theme for all our sorceries, and obviously we've got access to tutoring in black through Diabolic Tutor. Chainer's Edict. We'll run a Barter. And oh, I do want to rise. I want to run that. Yeah, so many cool things here you could run. Beseech the Queen. Oh, that's an interesting tutor. Yeah, there's just so many things. Be interesting. I mean, I know Ashling isn't. Well, I don't know how much it's played, but if you look at the EDH rec stacks, there's hardly any cards in there, hardly any decks in there that use it. But you could build a fascinating like mono black toolkit around this, I think, and just shove, you know, like shift in and out. That's the word I was looking for. Shift in and out various cards as the mood took you. You know, like there's tons of cool artifacts. You could have a nice play around with some enchantment stuff as an alternative. But anyway, let's have a look and see the instance. So my guess is with instant speed removal we're going to get things like maybe murder, and but also anything that is going to be more of a sack creature. It is going to go more for the other types of removal. So, Diabolic Edict, yes. Hero's Downfall, yep. Creatures target play. Oh, yep. Might as well play a Dark Ritual. So we can still keep in with the sack theme here. It is suggesting that over just straight destroy, which is nice. I don't know if I want to play a ton of instants. No. Choose target creature card in a graveyard. Put there. Yeah. Okay. How much is this deck costing so far? Okay. Yeah. I feel strangely drawn towards Ashling. Oh yes. Of course. Oh, Extort. Dread, yeah. This is what we want. I should have a Gary, seeing as we're playing mono black. This is always interesting if we ever want a sack outlet for some reason and you want to get it back. It might be tempting, based on what's being suggested here, to just... I mean... What have we got? Do I just want to remove the Wither theme? They look like fun, but... Okay. It was a rather obtuse way of stealing stuff. So, I don't know, I just need too many things in play. So I give one of my creatures Wither. No, hang on. Yeah, one of my creatures Wither. And if I successfully hit that creature and Necroskitter is in play, I get to steal the creature. This is an interesting way of messing with. I think I'm just going to leave these in. Yeah. Where was I? Okay. Turn target creature cover and go to the battlefield. Yeah, so we're just getting... The main theme is to just get opponents to sack stuff. Yeah. It's always a nice card when you've got a ton of creatures in graveyards. Extort. Yeah. Okay, yeah. I see what's going on here. So it is. There is a slight steel stuff theme, which is good, which is what we wanted. So we got drain. We got multiple avenues here. We got life drain going on off of some of the equipment. We're going to be suiting it up when it does damage anyway. There's the creature. So this is a really nice layered deck actually, or turning into a nice layered deck. Mono black layer cake, I think we'll call it. except the cake's horrible. Well, for the opponent, I'll put a Gary anyway. Yeah. Mages, yes please. I have to keep an eye on here. I've only got 20 or so slots for creatures, so I'm going to be a bit careful. Each player sacrifices. I don't know if I really need that. It's an interesting blocker, that one. So that's good. That echoes the commander ability. It's always interesting to do stuff like that. Whenever you become the monarch, target player. Yeah, I need to just check where we are. 19. How many slots we got? 4. Okay. So 4 slots. So if we bounce back in, it should leave us where we picked up. So this, which you control commanding, Wailing. Yeah, it's good. That echoes that. Your opponents can't gain life. Why not? And well, it's more for the card draw as well. I don't really want to sack my own stuff. But a target fighter creature card from your control tapped. Yeah, I more want it for that actually. Why not? Let's play Grave Titan. You lose 1 life. No. Okay. Yeah, we've got a bit of graveyard recursion turning up now. Oh, there's a Massacre Worm. Do I have enough room for that? Damn it. Okay, I've got to remove something. What can I remove? Yeah, let's take that out so I can have old. Yeah, we want Massacre Worm in here. Thank you very much. Okay. So, looking at the way it sort of went, is it layered up Ashling beyond its this ability here, which is basically causing stuff to be sacrificed. So how it seems to be working is obviously at the same time, the damage itself is triggering it. A lot of these pieces of equipment are making it so that Ashling is evasive in some way, but also increasing that damage. So not only are you getting rid of creatures if the damage gets through, but you're also increasing the amount of commander damage. But equally, of course, these can be used on, the equipment can be used on other creatures in here. In terms of the creatures themselves, some of them are echoing this. Some of them are also doing, a life drain, life gain shenanigans because of, or in tandem with some of the things that some of the equipment's doing. But generally making your opponent's life very miserable by draining their resources in some way, be it creatures, be it life. I've removed that last bit of hand disruption. There's a little bit of hand disruption. The instants you can see here are mainly removal through sacking. The sorceries, similar sort of thing, although there's a little bit of extra utility, some graveyard reanimation, and of course mass removal. The land, nothing really spectacular, just a few utility lands and stuff that's going to increase the mana slightly. And then we've got Liliana, which is great for getting stuff back from graveyards. So yeah. Oh, and the enchantments, again, just increasing the pressure on the opponent through sac effects and a few other like life drain, life gain shenanigans. So I'm actually pretty happy with this. It's turned out real nice. Definitely wants me to make a like a little Ashling toolkit, mono black Ashling toolkit. And if you removed some of the more expensive stuff in here, I don't know whether you could find stuff to sub out that might make the deck cheaper. But yeah, that would be another possibility. I said I was going to do a quick comparison with the average deck that EDH Rec kicked up. So I prepped this, and you have to trust me, I didn't look at this at all, but I just wanted it there, so I wasn't doing it as I go along. It's not that dissimilar. Yeah, wouldn't surprise me. So again, we got being suited up with artifact. The creatures are real similar. So yeah, we got a few things here. Oh, of course, morbid. Yes, that would have been an interesting line to take. Would be morbid. Slightly different choices for utility land. And with sorcery, again, a bit of a different choice of sorceries here. Probably not so many sac effects. A bit more like general utility there. There is a Rise of the Dark Realms. Instant, not dissimilar. I don't think I got suggested a Grim Return. Yeah, Liliana. The enchantments. Yeah, there's so many different enchantments available that you could potentially utilise. And then with the creatures, this is interesting. Yeah, actually that didn't come up, did it? There's a Mortician Beetle if you're forcing your opponent to sack creatures. So that might be an alternative to some of the other creatures in the deck that the Architect algorithm suggested, and I selectively chose, which, you know, improved by stuff being sacked. So yeah, in fact, yeah, we could probably remove some of our Wither stuff, our Wither combo. Rather pathetic Wither combo. Okay, stats wise, we don't really need to. I mean, I'm curious about the curve. Actually, not bad. It's nothing to do mana balancing wise. So let's just see how this might pan out. I might want to rebalance the land a bit. It is tempting to put a little more land in, but we'll see. So, oh, hang on. Let me just export this. I don't think I'm going to make any changes. I mean, sometimes when I do goldfish this, do play test it, I do tweak it slightly, but I think I'll just go with that. It's nice with this. There's so many little tweaks you could make in this deck. Okay, so what's that? 4-drop, 4-drop, 5-drop, 4-drop, 3 swamps. Ashling itself is a 4-drop. So let's see what the earliest is we get anything out. Another 4-drop. Okay. Well, we're certainly hitting the swamps, which is cool. So as long as we would be left alone. Got a Guess Verdict. Target player sacrifices a creature and loses 1 life. Okay. Good start. If creatures are already out. So, yeah. And now we can start. Okay, well, we can get our Ashling out. We've got our Gary. So I'll hold that. That's a 5-drop. And we just start swinging with Ashling. What we really need is, we're getting quite a lot of utility here, and we do have our Solemn Simulacrum, but land isn't a problem so far. Well, it is starting to be now. Yeah, what I'd like to see is a bit more artifact action here. Oh, we've got a Batterskull, but okay, let's just try another one. So that I don't think we need to do anything with the land. Oh, we've got a hot soup as well. Yeah, I don't know if I want those in here though. So it makes our commander a little bit fragile. But you can unequip it at instant speed. So yeah. That might be, you could do some interesting things with some other recursive creatures in here, I suppose. I suspect that's where that came from. But I might, yeah, with the benefit of the playtest, I might rethink this, but I'll leave it in the deck. Okay, we've got a Cruel Edict. Again, it looks like nothing particularly interesting happens until turn 4. Oh, there's our Fang Skulkin. We might as well get that out. Oh, part of our Wither combo. There's a Whisper Silk Cloak. So definitely making some drops here. We got a 1 and a 2 and a 3, so that's cool. We got all our, so this is slightly different route now, which is nice, of have some equipment action here, but we're very careful that we're going to run out of gas. Because I can't shoot for a land either, which is annoying. Okay, when I can stop getting creatures to sacrifice. Whoa, okay. Oh dear, this is not good. So it would be quite a while before I could get Ashling out. Got our Grave Titan, but that's not playable till turn 6. So we're definitely suffering a bit here with our mana base. Oh, now we're starting, because now it's starting to trickle through. So it's good to know. Let's try a third one. Oh, look. Turn 1 Bloodchief Ascension. Let's get that out. Turn 4 Erebos. All the swamps and a Bojuka Bog. Ashling. So we're definitely going to get our Ashling out. There's no doubt about that. Get our Bloodchief out. Oh, come on. Are you serious? So we can play out our Ashling. Start swinging with that. Oh, Whisper Silk. So everything's castable now, at least, anyway. Yeah, so these could all get out. So, yeah, we'd have Erebos out and Whisper Silk Cloak, and let's just see what else we got. Please no more land. Oh, there we go. Got a Rise of the Dark Realms for later. There's a hot soup. So yeah, it's the way all the themes in this deck. You know, there's what, 2 or 3 themes here. So it's interesting to see those manifesting themselves. Or each time we try different. Each time we try a new game. So really our main, well, like anything, our main threat is just not making our land drops. Okay, I'm pretty happy with this actually. Oh, there's the other part of our Wither combo. Right. So let us go back. Just any final thoughts really on the deck. Let me just look at that curve again. Oh, that's better. It's not too power hungry. Oh, sorry, it's a CMC hungry. Yeah. Mana hungry. I suppose we just, yeah, we do have a lot of 4 drops. Let me just sort this by CMC, just get a feel for this. And seeing where our creature oh yeah, that's why then. It's pretty obvious, like if you look here. It's a good way of seeing this. So we get down to here and already we're 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8 creatures. Actually, yeah, 4 creatures in, and then we hit up to 4 drop levels. So yeah, that's the thing. So here, there's a lot more artifacts we can get out before we get to the 4 drops. With the sorceries, yeah, and the instants, everything is below 4 CMC, so that's cool. And the enchantments again, so yeah, so really most of the action happens around turn 4 if we make all our land drops, but we do have a number of interesting support cards which can do stuff, albeit one hits fairly early on. There's some interesting... So these enchantments... Yeah, they'll be interesting to get out early. Okay, there we have it. Well, thanks once again for watching. That was pretty interesting, actually. I didn't know quite what to expect there, but that turned out good. Anyway, from my perspective, certainly better than last week's. Last week I just felt a bit, I don't know, disappointed, really. But yeah, this one, I like this. This is good. So yeah, thanks once again for watching. Have a great week and bye for now.